To be successful in life, gravitate towards the standard of excellence, not the standard of acceptance. So, for starting a new chapter of learning, I, Namneet Kaur Grover, being your host for today's event, want to extend a warm greeting and good morning to all of you present here. I hope you all are doing amazing. On behalf of the whole SAMS family, I welcome you all for today's international webinar on the topic Your Unique Position. And to add our guest of honor and today's speaker, Coach Shweta Pandey ma'am. It is a great honor to have you with us. We are grateful for your presence. Also, I see few number of people joining with us. Before I proceed, let's take a brief moment for the introduction of my organization. SAMS Welfare Foundation is a non-profit entity established to work in the areas of education, social welfare, women empowerment, skill development, and entrepreneurship, livelihood generation and employability, health, research, culture, international cooperation, sports, environment protection, and other similar sectors. We promote healthy lives, a balanced and active community, and a strong business. So, now let's introduce today's speaker, Coach Shweta Pandey ma'am, to all of you. Coach Shweta, a certified life coach, best-selling author, public speaker, TV host, and entrepreneur, offers two coaching platforms. The very first is Meri Azadi, personal brand and positioning, and the second one is BNL Clubs, business brand and positioning. Both are online coaching platforms, and exclusively one-to-one coaching is also provided as on request. Coach Shweta has coached BSF Rajasthan, Gaya Police, and spoken at FICCI FLO Ahmedabad, apart from coaching and speaking for prestigious organizations.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this nice introduction and warm welcome. I hope that the participants are ready with their questionnaire regarding building their identity, what can give them an edge when it comes to personal brand or a business brand. What does it mean? It simply means reflecting your persona. What do you stand for? Who are you? If I think of Namneet Kaur, who is Namneet Kaur, or other on a larger context, if I look at SEMS, how you defined, your core values, the value that you offer, which is in combination to the skill set, your experience, and what is coming naturally to you. That is what you as a personal brand reflect. Now, your same core values and your persona must reflect even in your business. That's how you create a brand value for or a unique positioning for your business. Why do we need a brand value? What is a brand? When you think of a brand, please write down what comes to your mind when you think of a brand, any brand of your choice. When you have to pick up a pair of shoes, very simply, there are n number of brands or shops, but still you decide to go, perhaps visit one or two only. When you have to pick up a running shoe, where will you go? When you have to pick up a walking shoe, where will you go? When you just have to buy a shoe just to flaunt, just for the show of it, which brand will you visit? Now, every decision has a reason behind it. That means the value that you get for what you need, that's where will you go. Brand means you will get a certain quality, what they have promised. They're going to live up to their words. So when you offer quality consistently with upgradation time to time, you follow those guidelines, the essential guidelines, which are about 10 to 15 for any brand, for any business to become a brand. When you follow those guidelines, you become a brand. A business or a person who is offering that quality consistently, keeping those norms that, how relatable your product or service is. How well do you connect with your clients? How much do you understand what they need? And how quickly do you respond to their queries, to their questions, to their suggestions, attend their complaints? What is your social connection with them? How well an experience you are able to offer to them? That's where you become a brand, or at least that's the foundation to become a brand. Now, any questions that you have, I'll be more than happy to answer because this is going to be more of an interactive session. I don't have any preparation or anything in my mind that I need to tell you because I don't think we are here for a lecture. So let's keep it as per the questionnaire. What is it that you want to ask from me? Because my introduction has been given to you, but just to give you the background, for more than 20 years, I worked in the fields of brand, marketing, public relations, sales. So, wherein I understood how to sell without actually selling. You don't sell. We as a supplier or as a service provider, it's not we who sell. It is the person, your client, who is coming with the mindset to buy. When we say somebody is a buyer, that means the person has sold that product or a service already in his or her mind. You are just a provider now. So you are just a service provider. Then taking it further, I found my creative streak, my creative satisfaction that happened through marketing. For me, it was breaking the glass ceiling because that's where I could express myself better. That's where I could even enhance my selling technique. Sales and marketing gave me a perfect combination to create a concoction for my public relations. And that's how I ended up creating a personal brand for myself and also add value to all the brands where I worked. That is how the journey started, and it has, just grown with the time. So I'll be more than happy to answer the question. Please let me know what is it that you would want to know, be it related to your personal brand. That's where it can help a lot of students and working professionals if they're looking for a career growth, people who are looking to have an identity uh, apart from what regularly they are known for. You could be a student, but what if you create a personal brand as an author, or you want to become a public speaker, or any other profession apart from your main title that you carry? You could be doing any XYZ work if you want to create your personal brand, or if you want to launch a business, or if you have a hobby which you want to turn into business, how to take it further up so that you can scale up your business. So please shoot up the questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them. How do we enhance for people who have just started? Thank you, Maria. Thank you for asking this question. People who have just started, first thing first, they need to have their guidelines and the core values for the business or for the work that they're going to do. I'm not very sure whether it is, where can I see the chat? Whether it is related to the service or for who have just started personal brand. Okay, so personal brand you have started. Now it depends whether it is for the job or for the business. But if it is for the business, let's just say, please have retirement. Okay, for business. Lovely. Thank you, Maria. For business, first thing first, have your business value system intact and express it. Align yourself with the business and have those guidelines and core values well announced. Now, align your business with those core values. Let's just say originality is your core value. That means your product, your service must have that element. Have that in sync. Don't just cut, copy, paste the core values, which are supposedly good, but do something else. No. Be in alignment of, like, for example, how Domino's or the Pizza Hut or all those pizza companies, they came up with the strategies of 30 minutes or free. That means the fastest delivery ever. That means now look at the back end. The SOPs has to be in place. Everything, all the point of contacts to deliver, to implement those SOPs must have got trained well to be able to deliver that commitment. So if you say integrity, commitment, honesty, innovation, that's my core value, live up to them. So for any business to become a brand, follow the brand guidelines. Most of it is available even on my website, bnlclub.com. If you go there, you'll find them. Read the blogs. I keep on writing blogs to give elaborate information about it. And then once you have your branding guidelines in place, simply follow it to the T. If you say, like, I saw your title, retirement coach. Okay. So, as a retirement coach, what is it that you're promising your audience? If you are promising them that after retirement, you can earn more, okay, I can give you alternative income source, then make sure that you deliver it, and deliver it not just in a theoretical manner, deliver it in a practical manner. If you promise that after your retirement, how to find the fun and recreation or learning in your life, make sure to deliver all those elements which are required for a retired person to enjoy life. If you're telling them, if you're promising them that if you're a retired person and I can tell you how to improvise your health, then make sure that you provide that solution. That's a simple way to create a brand. Creating a brand means you make a promise and you live up to it. In simple terms, that's how I can summarize it. Anybody else? I hope I've answered your question correct, Maria. I've understood it right. If it is right, just let me know that we're good to go. Maria, can you hear me? Awesome. Okay, lovely. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Competitors analysis is good for understanding market funding value and growth. Yes, your competition has to be understood by you, but that does not mean that you start to follow the trend. For example, I think one of the biggest examples in the market for this particular topic is Apple and Microsoft. Now, Apple definitely kept a tab on what is Microsoft doing, but that does not mean that the Apple changed its product or the service as per Android. They made sure that they were notching up the user experience and the value system that they were giving. But yes, you have to know what are the flaws of your competitors and definitely take advantage of that. Thank you. I'm sorry I didn't get to read the name of the person who had sent this question or this statement, but yes, value nuggets. Thank you. Anybody else has any question? Please shoot. Let me read the chat. Okay, personal brand, business, good morning. Awesome, total clarity, competitor analysis that we have spoken about. Anybody else has anything else to ask? Please feel free. Sense team, do you have anything that you wish to ask from me? Hello, Buddha Purnima. I hope people are not sleeping. We have a huge crowd here. Where are the questions? No one else has a question? Shall we all leave them? Being creating brand, we need to make price high or low. Okay. Okay, you're not sleeping? Wonderful, Manta. Good to know, but then keep sending me the questions so that I can answer. Pricing is not the answer for any brand or business, but yes, it's a very crucial question to be asked. Thank you so much. Pricing has to be in accordance to the value that you are delivering. If you are either your product or the experience via your product has to be exceptional to ask for the higher price. Let's just say that you want a cup of coffee. When you go to Cafe Coffee Day, you have a notion about them that this is the kind of coffee that I'll get. It's an okay, it's an average coffee, but the experience of sitting there, nobody's going to come and bother me, nobody's going to tell me to leave the place. I can just sit there, chit chat, wait for my friends, enjoy a cup of coffee, and that's about it. And for that, it's a mid-level experience, so you pay the mid-level price for it. When you go to let's just say coffee beans or Costa coffee, so you know that's absolutely for coffee lovers. That's where you want a particular type of coffee and you don't want to compromise, and that's what they offer. Okay, so that is why you pay the premium price. But when you go to Starbucks, the reason you pay that premium amount to them, that price that they command, is for the overall experience of the Starbucks. You can, it's your workplace away from your home. You get free Wi-Fi access. That means sit for as long as you want to. Order a cup of coffee or anything to eat and sit there, do your work. It's the vibe of the place. It's the interior. It's the overall experience that they offer you. That is the reason why it's not the cost of the coffee. It is the cost of that overall experience that decides the pricing factor. And Rest is that gradually when you build your business to that level of higher brand, from a brand to a higher brand, that is how you increase the price. When you enter a Jimmy Choo's store, you know that the shoe will start from 50,000 onwards, for example. So nothing will come below that. So you enter that place like that. But I'm sure when they started, it was not the same. So same thing, same rule goes for any business and every business. When you start, you keep the pricing absolutely keeping in mind what is the value that I'm going to offer to my client. Where am I placing my business? Your real estate value, your locality also matters. So keeping all those factors which decide the price of your product or your service has to be a complete value or more than the worth of the money what the client are going to pay you. That's what is the pricing factor. I hope I've answered the question well. Let me know, please, guys, if I am giving the right answer to you. If it is not, please do let me know that this is not, I don't agree, please. So I need to know. First, answer me if this answer to your question, do you agree with it or do you find it valuable enough or not? I'm waiting. Hello? Is my internet speed faster than yours? Where are you? I still don't see the answer. Okay, so what's the most important to create personal brand on social media? I'll still be waiting for the answer. Do send it. For social media is, let's just say that you have a business and you have a shop, okay? Shop or office. It could be online or offline. Offline is a physical location. Online, your shop, competitive value is less in price. I'm not catching the idea. I'm the kind of, okay, all right. So for social media, first thing first, I always insist your website is your online dukan or your online office. That's your own property. That's your office. That's your home. Safeguard it first. Then comes social media. Social media is to create your social footprint. That's one of the pieces, of that puzzle is social media. That means you are on the major social platforms or the relevant social platforms. Social media helps you first create awareness about your services or your product. Second, it also builds a credibility, a proof of your work. Third, it helps you engage your audience. If you do it right, by default, you end up creating your presence that you are there. I exist. It's there. It's a proof. Second, by showing the results of your work, you build credibility. Third, if you take it a step ahead, thank you, Ankit. If you take it a step ahead, then it becomes an engagement tool, and that's where people lack. People use it more for the presence, more for the fame, more for the likes and views. That's irrelevant. Even if you have just 10 people engaging with you on a post or on a video, how well do you communicate with them? How well do you engage them? How well do you respond to their statements or the comments? That's what matters, and that's what will take you long way. So social media, if used properly, is a very, very strong tool. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people who are on social media, but they are not using it in a correct manner. So I hope I've answered the question well right now. Which platform is best for to create personal brand? Every platform is good to create personal brand. Be on a relevant platform. If you're talking about the even personal brand is only the personal people or even affiliate. Okay, personal brand is for every person, individual. Whether you want to be known as the best student, thank you again. Whether you want to be known as a best student or as a best housewife, as a best writer, a individuality, singular. That is personal brand. Okay. When it becomes about a line of product or services, then it becomes a business. When you want to structure it, then it is a business. You could be a student or anything, but you want to create a personal brand as a content creator, as a DJ, as a writer, as a blogger, anything, any one entity that you want to be known for, that's where you should be building your personal brand. That means That is your identification. That's where you want people to come and engage with you. Now, whether you want to monetize it or not, that is your will. But that's how you think about a personal brand. A personal brand is an expert and influencer of that particular field. I hope I've answered your question well. And I was reading a question which was left somewhere in between. Is only for business people? No, no. Personal brand is for everyone. For a business owner, it will help the business. Like Elon Musk is a personal brand which is helping, his personal brand is helping Tesla. Shah Rukh Khan's personal brand is helping Red Chili, and so on. We have numerous examples of people. Okay, so what it means when I asked about the pitch in personal branding in any interview, etc. Okay, I'm sorry, somewhere I missed your question. Pitch. Can you elaborate on this question? Pitch. What, like, you want to pitch your personal brand? That means you have built a credible personal brand by then. That means you have a proof. You have something credible to talk about. Once you have created a proof of your work, whether let's just say that you are a student, okay, and now you want to be appointed as maybe head of some association, or you want to start an NGO, you want to do something which is an addition to your portfolio. That means you have to have an experience. First of all, a skill set to perform that task, then enough experience for you to claim that position, and third, you have to have a proof of validation that yes, I have delivered this service and I've done well in it. So once you have these three elements in place, voila, you're good to go. I hope I've answered your question right. Thank you. Okay. Right now, which platform is best to create personal brand? Instagram, YouTube, or LinkedIn? Okay, it depends upon your nature of service or your product. If you are into professional services, please by all means be on LinkedIn. If you are into more into creative work, more into designing, more into lighter products, you want to sell products then and there, you want to showcase them, you want to get your hobby highlighted, be on Instagram by all means. Facebook works very well for selling something direct. You want buyers to come to you directly, whether you want to run your ads or you want to showcase your products. Facebook is an excellent platform for that. Twitter is something wherein you engage people for your digital products or services, for your more creative and digital products. Instagram, Twitter works very well. Twitter is more for the engagement part, I would say. If you are ready to engage people, Quora, Twitter are excellent platforms for that. I don't go to Twitter, for example, just to look at a post. No, I want a very strong message and I want someone to communicate with me on Twitter. When I go to Twitter and someone has responded to my post or to my one punch line, I better engage with that person because that's the purpose of that platform. And it is a very credible platform once again. But then, yes, if I don't have, if I'm not if I'm not a working professional, if I am not running either a registered office work, let's just say I'm in a craft class. I only teach how to do crafting. It could be about mandala art or anything. Okay. So for me, the very first platform should be Instagram and YouTube. That's where I can showcase my work and engage my audience. Then comes Facebook, then comes, then Twitter, LinkedIn, Reddit, all these are optional. But more than that, one is relevant platform. Second is how many platforms can you actually handle. I know influencers who are very good friends of mine. They are not anywhere. They started with YouTube, but in today's time, they're only and only on Instagram because what they're doing is it serves the purpose. That platform serves the purpose. There are people who are only and only on LinkedIn, the ones who are giving workshops, live workshops on leadership, for example. Their audience, their target audience is sitting there. It is not you who decide where I want to be. You have to see where is your audience sitting, who is going to consume your content and why. If you go on LinkedIn and you're talking about, perhaps just about a hobby. People are coming there who are working professionals or running the companies. They want to think about professional approach. Unless you have structured your hobby in a professional manner, they will not be interested. If you're going there just to share a joke a day, you may have some engagement, but Facebook would be a preferred platform for that. So go where your audience is. That's where you will create an impact. Otherwise, it's a waste exercise. That's the only thing which I can tell you. I hope I've answered your question well. Please give me acknowledgement so that I know that we are on the same page, because at times while reading we do not get the question right or the intent behind it. Can I please get an acknowledgement? Was it addressed and answered well or no? Hello, the person who asked me the question is still there or not? I am sure somebody is sleeping here. Okay. If we start selling, how much percentage should be the product cost from the gross margin? You're going in a very technical manner. Give the value, give the equivalent or more value than the money. That's the simple way. Every person has their unique way of level of perception. When the client is hard to manage, low to how to tackle them. Okay. Thank you, Vanessa. So clients are difficult when they are not able. My Instagram and LinkedIn handle, BNL Club, is for everyone who's looking for business brand or business growth solution. If you go to be it YouTube, LinkedIn, not LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is under my name itself, Facebook, Instagram, even Pinterest, everywhere, even Instagram, it is the BNL Club. The BNL Club is the email ID. So you'll find it. It has a round logo with BNL clearly written. You can read it from far distance. BNL stands for, by the way, Brand Network Legacy. Coming back to the question of which we were talking about, yeah, difficult clients. Yes. So difficult clients. When are clients difficult? Clients are difficult when they don't understand your message. What is it that you're offering and the price that you're asking for? Either they don't understand it or they don't agree with it. Best thing to break down any difficult client is ask them what is it that they are looking for. You are offering a belt, or maybe a watch, and now you are struggling, haggling with the client for the pricing, and you're going on explaining this is the watch, it has this beautiful uh, band to it, and you're going on with the features, everything, but maybe it's not the watch that they want. Maybe that person wants something else, or maybe the person is not looking for that kind of a premium product. Maybe the person requires something low end or high end than what you are offering. You could be talking about your product in best of the manner, but is it the same thing which your customer wants? Why are people difficult? Take it in a very simple way. Some teachers, when you are studying, some teachers, when they're in the class, children are very happy and they're very responsive. Why? Because they're able to understand the method, the way that teacher is teaching you. Same thing goes for you. If you are talking to your client in being in sync with what they need and then offering them solution, makes sense. If I come here and I start offering you business solutions, maybe you're not looking at the starting your business at all. Maybe you're looking for a career growth. Maybe you're looking at starting your career or looking at ways how to grow in your career. Then my language, it will become like a Persian to you. I mean, you will start haggling with me like, you're not good, you're not right, you're not this, that. Look, first thing first, ask for the opinion of the other person. Ask them what is it that they need, what do they want, and then offer the solution. And once you offer your solution in sync with the requirement of the person or the other person, voila, you will never have a conflict. That person may or may not buy from you, but you will be bought forever. Tell me if I have answered your question well. Please let me know, and I will name the person who asked this question. So you better answer it. This was by Manas again. Okay, tell me, Shobulu. I am not able to pronounce your name correctly if I'm not mistaken. Tell me, did I answer it well? Yes or no? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for the acknowledgement. I love interacting with my audience. I don't want to be a lecturer who is just talking. What if competitors' value is less and price higher? Okay, their product is well renowned in the market, and if we find some gap and make the value more likely with the low price, how to grow personal brand to compete opponents? Okay, first of all, one suggestion from my experience of 25 years: do not try and imitate what your competitors are doing. If you focus more on what you are offering and what is it that you can do to create an exceptional user experience, give some exceptional experience to your customers. If you can nail that, nothing, trust me, nothing can replace the experience of your delivery. How many Indian clothing designers you know? How many international clothing designers you know? Same people who would go to a regular shop would haggle about the price, although that shop is offering them good value. But when they go to a brand, do they do that? Very less. Okay. Now, still, even if you're trying to haggle a little bit about the money, okay, this design, can I have some more of this embroidery, that thing, okay? But when you go to an international designer, perhaps for the same occasion, for less or similar work, you might be paying double or triple the price. Can you haggle there? No. So everything has created a value with time. It takes time for you to build up that kind of market. Let's just say that you are a writer, okay? Or do you want me to give some other example? Please quote me what kind of professions you guys are into so that I can quote you examples accordingly and I can actually give you the data. I have worked in numerous fields and I have catered to numerous fields, so I do understand the nitty-gritties of all those people or those professions. So whatever profession you are into, it takes time and experience to build that value. People pay you for the value that you offer. That name and fame, that is what brings you the money. My very first program was about name, fame, and money. Why do you need to work first on your name? That's your credibility. That's what has given you the right to command anything, any word that you utter. You have to build a name for that first. And how do you build the name? You build the name by living up to your promises, making promises that you can deliver. You say, I can purify your water, it will be dust free. That's it. Whether you've added mineral or not, nobody can come and fight with you on that. Whether you have improvised the taste or not, nobody can come and fight with you for that. You said, I will give you water which has no dust, which has no sand in it. That's it. You lived up to the promise. You built the name. Then you notch it up. Then you add more values, more services, additions to your product, your service. Good. And then you be known for it. Rightful manner, ethical work. So name and fame taken care of. Now ask for the price. First is you build the name, you ask for a price. Your name grows, your price grows. But when you combine it with the fame, the money part, your price grows exponentially. That's why one needs to have a personal brand because that's where this part, the money part, can exponentially grow. There are a lot of people who are making good products, shoes, bags, clothes, but still for some brands you pay much higher and for some you pay very low or very economical. Some play on quantity. If I keep the price range economical, I'll play more on volume. Like for example, if you go to H&M, you know you don't have to pay too much and you can shop a lot. Let's take an example of Geo and Airtel. When Geo started, they offered their services for free. Free, absolutely free. What did they do? They reached out to even the smallest, the remotest of villager, and they made everyone hooked on. They gave them the experience of phone and internet. That's what they did. They gave you an experience first, and then they offered their actual product with right price, very, very low price. And today they're absolutely at par with any other internet service provider, be it Airtel or now we don't have Vodafone. Let's just say with Airtel and you pay. So what did they do? They ate up the market. First, they created a market much bigger than what anybody could have done. So, how did they cover up for the so-called loss, which people think it was not the loss, it was the investment that they made in their business. They created users for their product and then they launched and they gave their monetized product to them. It means a market wherein people, let's just say, don't eat Indians by default. Were eating wheat. Everybody was eating wheat. Then came a new market, gluten free. Same Indians are eating gluten free products. Some for the genuine reasons, rest for the taste of it, or just keeping the trend, or just to taste, just to try something different. Market was created. So your pricing, your branding, everything again boils down to the same thing. What is the value that you are ready to offer? How well can you deliver it? For how long can you deliver it? Will decide the core factor that whether you are able to become a brand. Brand means marathon ka ghoda. That means you are really ready to go for like really far and stay true to your word forever. Competitors will try to catch if the eye is already renowned brands have good customers, they might come. Okay. Yes, every competitor will be keeping an eye just the way you do. So the only solution for you to is upgrading your skill all the time. Technology teaches us one thing: keep on upgrading yourself. Be better than what you were yesterday. That's it. One step at a time. Just be better than what you did yesterday. Today, do one thing better than that. Keep the innovation alive. Keep innovating. You have to keep on adding services. You have to keep on improvising these services. Otherwise, you will be redundant. Delegate your stuff. If you can't handle the work pressure, if you cannot do everything on your own, hire the team or delegate to the freelancers, expand your horizon, reach out to more people. More experience you deliver, more breakthroughs you deliver, better you will be able to expand because you will understand your market well. Never that day is going to come when the Apple is going to take over Microsoft or Microsoft is going to take over Apple unless one company decides to just wind up and go, which will not happen. But I'm just giving an example. Everybody is there to coexist. How will you expand your market, your customer base? Depends upon how good an offer you have created. And your offer consists of everything: the value, the promise, the innovation, and better user experience. Give it in a right structured form. Don't give like haphazard and like random format to people that even if you've given a very good product, still if they don't understand it, if they don't know how to use it, it's like I've received a parcel from Amazon. I don't know how to assemble it. It has happened with me. I've ordered certain things like, a rack or something, but they never sent a manual or the manual was not easy enough for me to understand how do I assemble it. And I ended up just gifting it away, like, just giving it to people. Take it if you can use it. I don't know what to do with it. So will I go back to that vendor, to that supplier? Never again. Even if I needed it, I paid for it. I'll never go back to the person again. You have to build your loyal customer. You have to have repeat clientele for any business. It is very important. They are your most organic advertisement methods. Who will talk about your business? Your loyal customer, your repeat customer. Why will somebody come to you again? If I come to any business more than twice, I am most likely to refer that business to at least 10 people. And that's all what you need. You just need one reference, one at a time, one improvement at a time, one reference at a time will take you very long way. And if you can get five, nothing can stop you. Five references, five new customers, follow the rule of five, nothing can stop you. Okay, we have a fresh question. Keep on sending the acknowledgement. I don't know whether I'm talking right or not. A competitor who is trying to steal your business is not really a competitor. That person or that company will not last for long because that means they don't have anything original. If they're constantly trying to copy you, if they're constantly trying to do the way you are doing, you have an edge, amazing edge. That means they have nothing original to offer. All you need to do is say, Okay, we started it. Let the world follow. Who are following us? Tick, 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 tick. Give the list. That's it. People are not fools. Buyers are definitely not fools. They know what is happening in the market. Who started it first? Yes. Be present on your website, on your social media, and talk about it. We shall keep finding problems to provide solution. Easiest ways to find one solution to create good brand. Yes, one solution to one challenge. You have to keep on innovating, even because every now and then new challenges will keep occurring. Different people will come with a different set of challenges to you. That is why client engagement, the interaction with them is very important. Be present on different platforms, talk about your product to as many people as possible and see what do they have to say. Ask for feedback. Always ask for feedback because your feedback will give you an honest review of your work. When you deliver a value, please ask for the reviews because that's where people will tell you what have you been doing. What you think and what people are getting could be two different things. How do you fill that gap? You fill that gap with the feedback. You fill that gap by asking people, have I done it right? Offered you the solution right? Okay, it's the same thing which I'm doing. I'm reading a question, I'm answering it, and then I'm asking you whether I have answered it correct or not, whether I understood the question right or not. If I haven't answered it right, first thing I'll apologize that I'm sorry, I didn't understand your question well. Can you please rephrase it? And then I ask, okay, if I've answered it, if I've understood your question right, did I add value or not? Because unless I do that, thank you, Shorelu. When I get that view from you, that review, that feedback from you, we have created an engagement. Most probably, next time when I come here on this platform, most likely, if you are free, if you have time, or if you have taken the notice of that notification from SEMS, you will come back to attend this session. I think last time when we did this session, we had lesser attendance, wherein this time it is much more higher. Or at least I would say the engagement rate is definitely higher. User experience can help for build good brand. Yes, absolutely. User experience is very crucial part. Not many people unfortunately understand it. Thank you so much for asking this question. Anybody and everybody, thank you. Thank you, Professor. Creating user experience, be it on a digital platform or in a physical platform. It is the key. For me, I would say, thank you. It is a key for me to know my customers, to engage with them, and that's how I've been able to add more value, better results in the breakthroughs. My product line has increased and improvised, and it keeps on happening. Thank you, Kala. It keeps on happening with due course of time. I would have never left my consultancy and training work if I had not found the value in coaching, because that gave a better structure to add value. So my core mission was to add value in life. I believe I've been talking and not keeping a tab of time. Manmeet, you could tell us. Thank you. Thank you so
Yes.
much, everyone.
It was a wonderful session with you, ma'am. Thank you so much for all the knowledge, wonderful knowledge given by you. Thank you very much. I hope our audience learned very new things from you from this session as well. Once again, I would like to thank you for joining with us and sharing your experiences, your knowledge, your precious time with us that have added an extra spark to this event and made it even more special. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was an effective session for our audience and a wonderful piece of advice for us. Thank you so much, ma'am. Again, thank you all for attending today's webinar. And if you have any additional question, you can contact us by email or telephone. We are happy to provide additional support to you. Thank you so much for cooperating. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us. So stay tuned with us for new learnings. I, Namneet Kaur, your host for the day, signing off. Have a wonderful day. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye bye.